Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here with another episode of Crusader Kings 2 for absolute beginners. When we last left off, we took Ossory for ourselves and gave it to our new best friend, Earl Ragnvald of Ormond. He is working on getting the troops back up and running. He has some levies that need to reinforce from the bishopric, but he will be a pretty big player when we start moving up north, and north is indeed our goal. If we were to look at our claims here, we have a strong claim on the county of Dublin, but we are sort of stopped by a truce here. Now that is over in October, but we have something pressing that is going to kick off before then. 1 month into that truce being up, we have an adventurer. Merchade Ubrain, our nephew, is trying to raise up enough troops to stomp us. So we need to make sure that Ossory's forces get reinforced as much as they can to stand up our force before he fires on the 5th of November. Remember, the 5th of November, 1087. So we're not too far away from that. I guess September, I will raise all of our troops up, gain them together, and let our vassal levies recharge. We have 783 ready to go, but we've raised the vassal levies a bit too long in our last war, so all of our vassals have -9 opinion of us so far, but that's going to be necessary to stop this invasion. If the adventure is successful, it looks like he has a claim on the Kingdom of Munster itself. You know, we're still in his family, so I don't think the game would be over, but we want to put this guy in our place. We are working to kill him. We have 85% strength, 95% threat, so essentially he has 95% of the troops that we do ready to go. We want to make sure that we do not allow any of these troops to falter or disappear. Until then, we don't want him springing up. Now, if we are successful in his untimely demise, then that threat will go away, and then we can move right on into Dublin or Kildare, whichever ones we have the claims with. The strong claim on Kildare and Dublin, and we have our Chancellor working in Connacht right now. So we have a two-prong approach we can go to, and working on our third. One title can be created, the Duchy of Leinster, and that is because we own these two provinces here. There is no Duke of Leinster as of now, so we can create that title for ourselves and become a double duke, sort of double dip with the petty kingdoms. So we'll have two petty kingdoms to our name and two counties. What this is going to do, unless this increases our domain size, we are at 2. So any piece of land that we take, we are going to give it to an unlanded son here, and preferably the unlanded son that likes us the most and has the least amount of martial skill. This guy's a scaredy cat, so I don't think he will want to stand up against us. We can give him one of our counties that we take, probably the counties here that we will seize for ourselves, either Kildare or Dublin. Now that can all go to crap if we end up dying. Then we lose these claims because they will not be passed down in war. Then we have to work on those claims on behalf of Tanis Tedeg of Munster, our kinsman. Truces are expiring, we know, but that is not our concern right now, because right now we are worried about the adventurer threat. Levy reinforcements at 50%, outstanding. Let's take a look at Ossory. One of their modifiers is gone, but we need 5 January to tick, so this modifier will not be gone by the time... Oh yeah, it will! Okay, so we've got another year. So we are going to stand fast for this year, make sure that we do not lose a whole lot of troops. This vassal levy's too long will go away. We will pocket as much money as we can at 6.82 ducats a month to sort of buy mercenaries if we absolutely need them. Let's do some shopping for them while we are here. Looks like the lowest strength is 1,800 additional troops for 150 base and 12.7 a month. That's pretty expensive stuff. In a perfect world, we will not die. We will live to see this adventurer revolt stand up and end, and we won't lose any troops, and then we can move right into a war. Ben Moomin. So this is what can happen if one of your plotting associates spills the beans. My reputation is ruined. Our nephew knows we are trying to kill him, so he really hates us. That makes him an even bigger threat, but he was at 95 anyway. He was going to stand up against us here. All right, we are in January, 1087. When is this Ossuary modifier going away? Oh, right now. So if we go back to it, this... Oh, that's another 10 years. Oops. All right, so the levy will not reinforce on behalf of Earl Regwald, unfortunately. I'm bad at math and seeing numbers. Don't do that in the game. The smallest spider makes my daughter Nabarf squeal and run for cover. This has started to worry me. Spiders, I can't abide them either. She gains the trait Craven. She's a scaredy cat, which is not good if she is leading troops. It doesn't affect her diplomacy skill, however, but vassal opinion won't like the fact that she's a scaredy cat. Some fears are good, but there's limits, so a 50% chance she gains content, which will increase her piety and drop her backstabby skill, which is at 0, and liege opinion is plus 25. That's pretty good. I'd like to lose that, or I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. She will lose the trait Craven, and there's a 25% chance she gains Brave, which is outstanding, essentially. All right, so she just lost the scaredy cat trait. She didn't gain Brave, but we told her the old Bene Gesserit approach that you will not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total oblivion. All right. Here in a few months, we will raise up our troops in preparation for this adventurer threat. And maybe we'll get lucky and he will be killed before then. Let's take a look at any other plotters. So no one else will want to join the plot, unfortunately. The Spy Master is always the premier target. If you can get a person Spy Master against them, they will have the biggest plot power for sure. The Dung Gatherer, you had him in prison for the supposed theft of the necklace all those years ago. Meldrick, you're too late. He passed away in a dark corner several years ago from the plague. His remains were dumped with the countless other thieves and cutthroats. You've been wondering what about that ungathered dung laying about. Well, there's not much I can do now, is there? So at the cost of raising up our intrigue skill, we lost 50 piety. And if you looked at our prisoners, he was not a valid prisoner that we could have let go any sooner. That's just part of the story arc there. A daughter was born to our heir, so this is our kinswoman. Not our grandchild, but definitely a member of the family. Blessings to your house. We propose that the Scottish Revolt. So the Scottish Revolt boys are back in town. And they own just this little top of Scotland. I'm pretty sure that they'll be overrun. I don't want my kin associated with any sort of civil war here. He's just not letting up. No, you're not getting our family. You will be crushed in this war. You will disappear. And then we might try to work on Scotland itself. You have no children. Your heir is a prince with a wife. Our wife is pregnant again. Keep in mind we are 60 years old. Still getting it. All right, so 11 August, I believe. Let's see, 3 months. Let's go to September. And then get everyone together, raised up, and ready to go here. All right, there's September 1st. Let's raise up our entire levy. With vassals, I know they're going to be ticked, and they may raise up in our capital, so I will get everyone to the capital here. And then once everyone has joined, we will group them together, get our generals assigned, and then see if this guy is feeling froggy enough to leap here. He's got 1 month. Well, she's just letting everyone know. She's a member of a plot, and she's all like, hey, yeah, I've been trying to kill this guy for like 3 years now. Like, he'll never see it coming. All right, let's merge them all up. Aed is leading the center, which is awesome. On the side, Darmay has pretty good defense. I like him. And on the side, Malky has 29. Yeah, Malky, you're now our commander with better defense skill. So 3,500 troops stand ready at the capital. 5 November is when he is supposed to fire. So there we go. Merchade, our nephew, has declared war. Where is he going to pop up now, I wonder? We had good advance warning. Where are you coming from, old boy? Where is your troops? One child lacks a guardian. We will pause this war for a minute. 21021. She might be good in the realm of backstabby McStabstab. Let's see here. Tadeg, our spy master. Indeed. You will train our daughter. All right, so we're at war. Where are you, Marchade? How about we move? Is he gonna spawn in the... Oh, there he is, Merchade's host. Coming for ya. Let's see. Stuart Regan wants to hire ruffians to bully the peasants who are not paying their taxes. So we gain a little bit of gold with some revolt risk, or Stuart Regan is hindered. Even if I'll get less tax, yeah, 16 gold ain't that much in the grand scheme of things. He might not like it. All right, so he's gonna be in Thoman 6 and 7 December. 16, so let's go ahead and try to cut him off at the pass here. Yeah, he's gonna stop right there. He's gaining attrition, which is nice, and we're just gonna smash his face in here. Once we put him down, then we can stand them down, go immediately to war with Dublin and press these claims while we can. He has pretty solid generals, I must say, on the wings. However, they're not as good as our boys, that is for sure. Our morale is holding solid. We've broke their middle. We're now flanking. And this is going to be the end of him, especially if we capture him. We'll throw him to the stocks, put him to death, and all that good, happy stuff. And that revolt will be put to a swift end. There's 61%. He's going to Breffni. We shall go to Breffni as well. We could stand down our vassal levies so we don't raise them up too long, because this is a group now that are completely broken, and I don't believe we need to really... Oh, and we are the defenders. We got that defense bonus. Oh, that's awesome. They got a river crossing. There's the war goal. Offer peace. Enforce our demands. He, our nephew, is now in jail. All right, let's stand everybody down. Let's get everybody home first. We don't want to stand them down in enemy territory. Now let's check it out. So there he is, imprisoned for 0 years. We can banish him. Oh, and look at all the people now that's plotting to kill our nephew. Oh, because he's in jail? Well, we could do that. If we banish him, we get his gold. How much gold does he have? 500 gold. Oh, yes, please, indeed. That's the way we go. We shall banish, we shall seize his 500 gold, and we'll cancel that plot because why not? Now, we can create our title, the Duchy of Leinster, giving us 200 prestige, and now we hold 2 petty kingdoms. Well, the petty kingdom of Munster, and we also now hold the Duchy of Leinster, which is sort of separate. That's interesting how that happened. But banishment will ensure that these guys never come back again. He is, he's in another court. All right, our son Conmac was born. All right, let's stand these guys down, and without any time to waste, we can now go to war and fulfill our claim on whichever one is the lightest. So 1,300 troops. We also have one on Kildare. 1,600 troops. So indeed, Dublin is where we're going. We will press this claim in war, assuming he has no allies. And he did not get any allies from that. Awesome. So Dublin it is. Declare the war to claim Dublin for ourselves. We will send that, stand our armies up once more, and we should be able to take them without our vassals. Everyone meet up here in the capital, please. Yeah, he's got 1,400 troops. He's going to be waiting nice and patiently. Knave Flafe asks, why is the church so rich when the peasants are starving and poor? That is a good question, my dear. Now, a 70% chance she gains zealous, which is piety, martial, church opinion, other faith. I mean, it's not bad since we are a completely Catholic nation. That won't be bad. But a 30% chance she gains greedy, which gets us more taxes if she was in charge. How about sharing? So a 70% chance she gains charitable, which is even more diplomacy, church opinion, and same trait. And a 30% chance she gains just. You know what? I kind of like that. How about sharing your own then? So she gained the charitable trait. Outstanding. So she's got 2 virtues. All right, boys, let's hurry up here. Go ahead and get across. I'm surprised he's not trying to pick them off. But with full morale, and they're at half morale, by the time we move in, we will be really ready to go. We don't have a side flank, which is kind of bad. But I believe our troop strength is enough, and their morale is low enough that I don't believe we will need a side flank. Especially if he doesn't have a side flank. We will join him in battle and see. He does have a side flank, but just a small one without a leader. He's got Sorcha as a commander leading the charge. Sorcha's getting beat up the middle. She's trying to press the attack and to no avail. We will smash that army, and I don't believe they'll have enough to really do anything with us. Well, 1,000 troops. Going to Kildare. Let's see if we can beat that army off at the pass. We should lose the vassal levies are raised to long modifier because we haven't raised them up. We are the defenders in that terrain. They have lost their flank. We're going heads up, 7 up, 1-1, 13 more war score. He's going back to Dublin. And I believe this is the final killing blow. We'll siege down Dublin here and call the war good. And then we will hand it off to our son here. Yeah, they've already retreated. They've lost even more men, down to 800, 700. They're not going to siege down anything like that. So we are at 3.5 every 12 days. We will just hold fast here. Speed up. He's going to try to go to Ossory and siege that down. Oh, he's going to Ormond. Another daughter. The family is growing nice and big, but he certainly does not have the numbers to knock down that wall. But we do. We'll siege at 3.5 every 12 days. We'll take the war goal, which is the most important thing here when we look at this war. It's the claim on Dublin. Once we take Dublin, that will be a very large chunk of war score. More reinforcements for our capital, which is always good after a war to get those numbers back. And then once we stand down here, as long as we are alive and we didn't lose too many troops, we can stand right up and take Kildare back to back. A destitute noble from a former enemy court asks for hospitality. I don't know if we need. Tell him he can only stay for the night. We'll take the piety. Because I don't believe we need another soldier, and we don't need like another marshal coming in. Oh, hello, the birth of the assassins. Word is spreading about the assassin. Pretty powerful if you are a Muslim nation, but we are not. Wearing this down thin, it's only a matter of time now. The vassal levies raised too long is now gone. And we have an okay female here who is homosexual. Outstanding. Well, that is going to be really tough to get her married, for sure. Earl Olav has inherited the county of Ormond, so our courtier has died of severe stress at 68. Our vassal is now Olav, who likes us. We can righteous imprison Earl Olav. It looks like he plotted to have him killed, but he does like us. Not at 100%, but that's fine. We won't righteous imprison him just yet. We need a new designated regent. How about someone who really, really likes us? The mayor of Wexford. Well, do we have... Let's see, the Earl Desmond. If we make him our designated regent, he'll like us by 10 more. Come on, siege this thing down. There we go, 78% war score. My daughter is not exerting herself in her studies. She is just dense. What can I do? She gains the trait slothful, which is definitely not. We can talk to her about being diligent. She'll at least lose the trait slothful, and a 50% chance she gains another virtue, which is awesome. Or prey? Nope. Oh, she didn't even lose slothful, so she's gonna be lazy, unfortunately. Special character, send Flaythurn into hiding. Uh-oh. So the son we are going to grant this to, is there a known plot? Yes. Our son is plotting to kill our other son. Let's ask him nicely to end the plot. He dared not refuse, so we don't need to send him into hiding. We talk some sense into our son, luckily. Now what? Dangerous factions, the Gavelkind succession in Munster. So Olav is trying to raise up, let's see, can we imprison him then? 60%, 67% chance, or can we just get rid of him? Oh yes, we can. So let's auto-invite to the plot. People will join to get rid of that Earl. We're at 102% now. Oh, and 123, the Spy Master himself wants him gone. For only 15 bucks? Absolutely. We are going to gain over another 100% plot power. That dude is on his last legs. Toward that bowmen are in place to take him out, so we will approve the plan. The war is over. Let's stand him down. We'll enforce our demands. We have usurped the title. And we will go ahead and stand him down. Failure. But my conspiracy remains uncovered, so we will try it again. Alright, so what we are going to do now, try to get rid of that law. And then we need to stand our troops down here. No, not a new unit. We need to disband. And then because we are over... No, we do have domain size for it. Outstanding. We do have unlanded sons. I'll go ahead and grant Flatham Dublin. 21. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of tax. We won't lose a whole lot, and if we grant him land, he may really like us. So we'll grant the landed title, the County of Dublin there. He'll like us by plus 40. Vassals going with the grant, the city and the bishopric. So he will become a earl, and we are the heir. So if he was to suffer and die, we will get that county right back. And we only have one unlanded son, which we can give, say, Kildare. We're almost ready to go. Yeah, the troops from Leinster are good. Only a few troops from Thomond. We can press Kildare immediately and get that to our other son, which certainly wouldn't be bad. So that is what we're going to do in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. So we've snagged up a few more plots of land. We've created a new title, and we want to press this claim on Kildare while we are alive because it will not go down. Look at all the kids that we've had. But that is going to be for the next episode. Our sons should own their own little counties. We will be presiding over them as their liege, so it still belongs to us, and everything should be good. But that's going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Crusader Kings 2 video. Take care.